Buonasera and good evening everybody, it's MannwidaPlann here. Welcome back everybody to the amazing world of Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One. Hope you're doing well, hope you're doing great. Thanks for coming back to join me today there guys. Now I must admit, the end of the last episode we had a little bit of failures and I've decided that some outfitting is definitely required. However, I was finding one slight problem while we were on our stream. Whilst flying around the galaxy, or the local solar system should I say, taking care of a couple of data missions and keeping our eye out for some sentry skimmer missions because they're quite lucrative and not too difficult to complete. I found myself coming across the same problem where I was sent to a system and I was unable to locate the planet that I was needing to go to, and we'd have to fly around, and the way that I found a way to fix it was if I used the external camera and came outside of the ship and then clicked down the right stick again to lock the camera in position. I could pilot the ship around and I could keep an eye out for any stars or little white dots, little stars that were moving compared to the backdrop of the rest of the stars. Now, by doing this, I managed to locate where the clusters of planets were, but the little disappointment scanner we had, oh my god, it could only pull around about a 500 light second range before we could actually fire it up. And that was just no bueno and was doing me insanely annoyingly. To having to fly around systems searching for moving white dots was a little bit of an irritant. So, I decided that we needed to upgrade that. And so here we are at MannwidaPlann. This is literally just picking up at the end of the last stream where I was gathering up a little bit more cashola and a little bit more money. And when I say a little bit more money, the most money I have ever owned in-game at one time. We have 1.577 million. And I'm super pumped about it. I'm really pleased about it, and the reason I have made that much money in one hit is because today we are going to get the Advanced Discovery Scanner. The Advanced Discovery Scanner, the Big D Scanner. No more little disappointment scanner for us. Now, I'm pretty sure this place had one when I last looked, so I hope they still have one in here. Optional internal. Basic disappointment scanner. Here we are, browse the shop. And we want a stellar body scanner, and we want the Advanced Discovery Scanner. 1.545. Ah, nuts. That's actually going to put me a little bit over my insurance, but you know what? Oh, man. Don't fly without rebuy, man. Don't fly without rebuy. I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it. Exchange it for the old one. 1.44. We might have enough. Oh my good lord, my insurance just went up to 126,000. Okay, so we need to make some more money. That's definitely got to be a thing super quickly. We have to get some more money rather sharpishly. And the way that I have been gathering myself my money, I still appear to have legal issues, which is a bit of a shame. I wonder how I can get rid of that, because I don't want to be shot out of the sky. Yeah, everything says legal issues. I don't want to be shot out of the sky because of legal issues. Can I go into my contacts? The authority one? No, nothing going on in there. How about here? Nope, nothing going on in here. I believe it is because I have a bounty. I believe it is. I don't have anything to sell in the black market. And search and rescue agent, I believe also I don't know what this is. Fair enough. Yeah, I believe we actually do have a bit of a bounty on our head because of taking down some skimmers. Yeah, at SFI and LHS 3343, we have a little bit of a bounty on us. Now, I don't know how to get rid of this. I don't know if there's somewhere I can go to pay my fine. I feel like there is, because in our contacts here, the authority contact, fines, we can actually pay them. So maybe we have to go back to those systems and pay off the fine. That sounds like a good thing to do. Also, we got a bounty going on here. But what I've been doing in the way of Elite Dangerous to get myself started and find myself some missions is I've been keeping an eye out for the skimmer destruction ones because I can do it in the SRV and potentially not risk the ship. Oh, baby. Look at that. Clean out Ross 1057 resistant sentry skimmer. 115 grand for that bad boy. That would take care of my insurance issues. Where are you? Sterling Prospect. 2 sentry skimmers. Alright, beautiful. Yeah, we're taking it. We're definitely freaking taking it. We're definitely freaking taking it. So we did do some other changes to the ship, which I failed to show you guys. Let's go back into outfitting, and I'll show you the bells and whistles I've been putting on this bad boy since we last had a little bit of a look. Our hard points have been somewhat upgraded. We now have ourselves some beam lasers. These things are awesome. These are super cool. They take down shields very quick. They got a real punch to them. We've got them gimbaled as well, which is super handy. However, they pull a huge amount of power and they generate an absolute insane amount of heat. Like, so much heat, it's crazy. We've got ourselves our multi-cannon on the top. I've been keeping an eye out for a better multi-cannon. I haven't found one quite yet, but I do like the multi-cannon, so I'm going to keep that as it is for the time being. Utility-wise, we did actually put a heatsink on here. Because our beam lasers generate so much heat, I can drop a heatsink and then continue hammering all hell and terrifyingness upon my adversaries, which is hilarious. Inside of our core internal, we got an A-rated power plant, an A-rated frame shift, and an A-rated power distributor. Our thrusters still could do with a little bit of tweaking, and I believe, is it in here? No, it's going to be in our optional. I also noticed that I could do with putting in some hull reinforcement, because our integrity down at the lower left there, just underneath our ship specs, was actually 72. And that's another reason we were getting blown out the sky so quick. So putting that in dropped my maximum jump range quite significantly, but raise my integrity back to 222, and we've got an SRV bay with a little scarab hanging out in there too, which is great. Super happy about those guys. There's really all of the improvements that we've made, except for a shield generator. I don't remember if you had a D3 end last episode. Probably didn't. That's the best one I've been able to find / afford at the time being, but I'm definitely in the market for a better one of those. Alright, excellent. So we found this Sentry Skimmer mission. It's probably a bad idea to do this with no insurance in case it goes terribly wrong and I end up getting blown out the sky. So let's see what else we've got here. As I did mention, the way I've kind of done it is I've logged in and I've looked for data delivery missions. I look for data delivery missions first off because they get me to go around to a couple of little stations or outposts or all of this where I can potentially find more of the skimmer destruction ones. Or I even did a couple where I had to shut down the power plant, or rather destroy the power plant of a couple of land planet bases, which is really, really good, and they're pretty easy to do. There's another one. Oh baby. I think we might just take these two and call it there, and we'll do a little bit of planetary landing today. That sounds like a great idea. Another Sentry Skimmer destruction. Only 8 light years away. Again, 127,000 for doing it. Can't turn it down. Can't be turning my nose up at that, because now we've gone and spent all of our money, and I want to be buying myself a new ship. That's got to be the thing. But normally I'll grab a couple of data deliveries while I'm looking for better missions. But if I find anything about 100... I mean, look at that. Frickin' boom dying delivery of 2 units of aluminium, sorry, for 100 thou, and we have now only 2 spaces of cargo, I believe, because I had to drop my extra cargo racks to fit the SRV bay, so we can take that guy too.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Oh, I know, you fill her up, baby, you fill her up. Alright, excellent, so that's actually a couple of nice little missions. If we go and do... How much was our insurance? 127? 126. So if we deliver that cargo, we've got enough for a rebuy, and then we can take on the Sentry Skimmer missions. That is a great idea. I'm happy with that. That's going to be what we're going to do first. I'll go and take care of the little cargo mission one on my own, because it's pretty easy. We've seen it a couple of times. So we'll take care of this one without a huge problem. Is that guy right there. Plot my route to that bad boy. That's beautiful. We're actually going straight through that one, but no, we're gonna stick to our guns on this. We're gonna stick to our guns. So I'll go take care of this, and then I'll return you guys when we're actually about to go down, land on the planet, and kick some planet butt. Our very first planetary landing for the recording. I've done a couple of them on stream. I've got a bit better of an approach at it without ruining the glide. So I'll show you guys all about that in just a hot second too, once we get out of here. Yeah, here's another problem I ran across quite a few times when I was in my stream last. When you drop into a system to go and do your thing, but you've dropped out an insane distance away from your objective. Now, if I head over to the system map, and I check this out, that is going to be orbiting a different star. I'm absolutely sure of it. Yeah, that blue marker, we're at this star, that's where we dropped in, and our destination, aha, is over here, which is orbiting this planet. Or rather, sorry, which is orbiting this moon, which is orbiting this planet, which is orbiting this star. Now, if I lock this as my destination and jump out to a nearby system, this is going to take a lot less time. If I go there and engage my hyperdrive, instead of literally traveling for about 20 minutes flying in that direction, I can jump out to a nearby system, target that star, and then jump back, which is going to work a lot better for us. And we're back! Amazing. So all I did is I left the system, went to the neighboring one, and then opened up the system map and then targeted the correct star that I wanted to drop at. Now, it appears as though it hasn't worked. Let's have a look here. Nope, it has not worked. It has dropped me at this star, even though I targeted that one. That's a pain. Oh, so there's literally no choice. Well, now that I have this insanely long distance to travel, I may as well chat to you guys about some of the other things that I had found. Down inside here, we were having a look at our synthesis a little while ago, and we found we have AX small caliber munitions. I took this one as an example, and it turns out that we can make basic ones there, but if we go ahead and we make like standard ones, we actually get a bonus 5% damage, and the same as the premium one will give us 10% damage. I was like, that's really interesting. So if we find the materials that we need, we can actually create our own ammunition with a direct benefit to us. That sounds great. But then I thought, what ammunition do my weapons actually use? So I went into here, and I went down into my multi-cannon, and I selected this bad boy, and there it is. These guys use small caliber munitions, and it gives me a little list of all of the stuff I need to make it. Now, the basic stuff I can actually use already. I've already got a couple of materials that I've just picked up in my little journeys, but I'm going to wait at least until we find some selenium, and then I can make some ammo that's actually going to be better than the ammo that I've got. And if I can find some tungsten, some mercury, and some antimony, I could make even better ones. And I think that's really cool. I really like that effect. That's super freaking awesome. Also, you can see under our Federation, our rank is actually at 100%, and our reputation is cordial. This is the other bonus of me saying when you log in, run a couple of data missions, just to kind of get around and check out, look for some new and better missions without aimlessly flying around. Because that ranks us up just a little bit. Now, as far as I'm aware, we actually have a ranking mission to do now. We actually have a mission that is going to raise our rank directly, and we may even get an unlock. So with any luck, that's going to happen in the next episode. With any luck, we'll get a new ship, and we'll rank up in the next episode. I'm going to sit here for the next 30 minutes or so while I fly across here. I really don't understand why jumping out and jumping back in didn't work there, but it worked for me the last time I tried it. Perhaps I did something wrong.
One eternity later.
My good holy lord, there's a good 25 minutes of my life I'm never going to get back. I swear I'm doing something wrong about that, I really am. I'm sure that leaving and coming back did indeed work the last time I did it. But for some reason it didn't work there. I must have done something wrong. Nevertheless, here we are approaching Clark Enterprise. This is actually just the little data delivery, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. But I wanted to bring you guys back here along with that other point, because I was given another fantastically useful tip through you amazing people in stream who have been helping me out a lot in my little learning curve of this game. Thank you guys so much. You guys recommended that I set my throttle to 75%. So I assigned a button to it there on my left bumper on the B key, and when you're at around about 9 seconds, tap that guy, and it makes your approach really, really easy. It does work for any kind of orbital station or any kind of orbital body, but it doesn't work for, here we go, boom, but it doesn't work for planets. Doesn't work for planetary approach at all. You're still going way, way too quick, which is what we're going to be doing next, so I'll run you guys through my technique I have found to get that working quite well. But this seems to work quite good. You still got the slight camera shake, and I noticed that's kind of a little bit of a warning that you're almost going too fast, but if you're shaking it a little bit, it's totally fine. And this should make a very nice approach for us without too much of a panic or a worry of me overshooting and doing the loop of shame. Well, there we go. See, super easy, all taken care of. Boom, here we are at Clark. Where's the boom? There it is. There it is. Hi, Clark Enterprise, how you doing? And another fantastic tip that was given to me is again to do with our little compass that we love so much. If we go ahead and request some docking, I can't believe I never noticed this, but it's actually really, really freaking handy. You see our little compass is updated. That compass will actually point us towards our docking bay. So if there's a couple of them around, or maybe even in a Coriolis station, that will really help you identify where you're trying to park. That's really, really useful. Thank you guys for those amazing tips. I'm going to try and wangle myself into this parking bay without too much of a panic here. Yeah, it's a pretty nice one to get to, that's alright. Yeah, and then I'll bring you guys back when we're making our planetary approach. Dang it, I boosted. No! Ooh, oof. Jeez. I hate it when I do that. Alright, so here we are, just about to make our approach here. I've slowed myself right down because I want to show you guys how I found a good way to do this. Now, that little reticule is solid, which means that the place we're facing is actually facing directly towards us. Now, the best way I found out to judge my approach is actually to continue traveling around the planet until that dot turns into... until that reticule turns into a dotted line. Which will tell me that the facility is actually just on the horizon. I can actually see roughly whereabouts that's going to be as of the moment. So if I head along this way, it should turn to a dotted reticule pretty soon as we turn around the other side of the planet. Any second now. There it is. So that tells me it is literally on the horizon. So now's the area I want to make my approach at. Because I'm going to come in nice and angularly steep, and I'll literally, hopefully just enter orbital cruise as it turns to a solid reticule again. I hope, with any luck. Yeah, we're still in pretty good speed. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, there it is. So now I can start making my descent a little bit more. Now pay attention to the distance marker that's in the targeting interface on my lower left-hand screen. That's going to be super useful for us in judging our descent. Here we go. That's the orbital flight interface just showing there. And you can see the line on the right-hand side of my HUD is heading towards OC. That's when we're going to hit orbital cruise. Any second now as we enter the blue lines. There it is. Now, underneath it's heading down towards DRP. That means drop. That's when we're going to start our glide. Now, I want to start my glide when I'm about 100 kilometers away from the place I'm trying to go to. Otherwise, I'm going to fall super short, and I'm going to have to fly around manually, and it will take me forever to get there. And instead of just like trying to look down, which is going to steepen my descent, we can pay attention to the targeting interface's distance marker. That's 400 kilometers. Bring myself down a bit. 300, bring myself down a bit more, because I want to drop it around about 100, somewhere around there. In fact, I can pretty much head straight towards it now, maybe even steeper. I know this is a security facility, so I don't want to get incredibly close to them, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Well, a little bit less, that's a bit too far. Less than 100 kilometer. Right now I can go to cruise. Into cruise and to glide. Glide, baby. I believe in you. You can glide it. I've also came in too steep before, and I've travelled too fast, and it's failed it. There we are. Boom. And now, we can glide our way pretty much dead towards them. Nice and smoothly. We can't really roll very well when we're like this either. There we are. We could have done with being a little bit closer, I suppose. Only like another 10 kilometer closer would have been quite handy, but this is why they invented boost. Alright, here we are. We're starting to get our approach in now. We've already got an enemy ship here. What are you? You're an Orca. Okay, that's no problem for me. Well, it probably is. They're pretty expensive ships. But again, we're going to be doing this in our little SRV, because it's the best way I've found to do it so far. We don't really have a lot of kind of ground-based weaponry on this. I'm going to assume we'll slow ourselves down, because eventually it's going to say, hey, you're in a secure zone, and that's the marker that I want. That's going to give me, there it is. We have another ship here as well. What are you? A little Sidewinder. Okay. Alright, excellent. Now if I back myself up until it says I am not in a trespass zone. There we go. That's going to be about as close as I can get with the ship without getting into a huge amount of problems. So let's drop our landing gear, bring ourselves down here. Alright, now the fun bit of trying to find somewhere to park. Over there looks pretty flat. I'd also like to be facing away from the facility, because it'll make it a little bit easier for us to get the SRV out and over there. Over there looks nice.
Trespass zone cleared.
There we are. Alright, excellent. Let's land ourselves down here. Gently, gently. Marvelous. Alright, turn the ship off. Excellent. Right, down to here. Select our SRV and deploy it. This is great fun. I love piloting around on planets. It's absolutely great. And we can find loads of materials and things, which is great as well. I love it. Now, I know a lot of people have said this game can be incredibly grindy. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying just to play it. And the gathering of materials and farming of such things, we'll worry about that another time, or we might not worry about it at all. You know, it's going to happen one day. We just don't need to worry about it. And we didn't get a low gravity warning, which is nice. We can kind of scooch ourselves over these rocks, because these rocks are super annoying. You can clip one and it will spin you out something terrible. Now what we're here for is to take down 2 skimmers. That's all we need to do. We just need to take down 2 skimmers. There is no reason for us to hang around. Now the best way I've found to do this is to kind of just actually drive around the place, because they don't get peeved at me until I actually open fire. So if we kind of just take our time and just have a drive about and explore a little bit, when we find 2 skimmers together, then, oh baby, then we can hammer them, and then we can hightail it out of here. Oh, see what I mean about the rocks? Alright, let's get a little bit closer here. We can also press X and activate the turret, and I quite like driving around in this view, although it's a little bit more janky. Ooh, it's a bit more harder to control where our SRV is going, and to judge the bounce. Yeah, and when we spin out, it's a bit of a pain in the balls too. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, let's go back. But if you're a better driver than me, you may enjoy doing that. I quite like it, but I'm not a very good driver. So I always end up spinning around in circles and doing terrible things with it. Let's go! I also love watching the meter distance. 30 meters in that jump, that was great. Ugh. Alright, excellent, here we are. Let us approach. There's... oh, look. There's 2 skimmers right there. There's 2 skimmers freaking right there. Let's go for it. And then we just gotta run. You're a skimmer, aren't you? Ooh. Oh yeah, your skimmer's alright. Are you a skimmer? You're a skimmer. You a skimmer? You're a skimmer too? There's actually quite a lot of them. Alright, let's do it. Right bumper to fire. Let's go. More power to weapons. There's one. Get it. Get it, 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 get it. We got it. Go. All power to shields and engines. Now we just run. Now we just run as fast as we can. Now what we can do is we can just hold down the right trigger. Hope we keep going straight and that no rocks get in our way. Tap the X key. As long as we're holding the right trigger, we can use the turret. We can try and fend them off. Leave me alone. Oh, I think they're leaving us alone. Uh-oh, I crashed. I crashed. Just keep running. Just keep running. Run away! And we've done it. And we've done it. Now once we're far enough away, we should be able to recall the ship. We need another 300-ish meters. And we'll be able to recall the ship, get the heck out of here, head to the next place, and kick some more sentry butt. We're good. We're out of range. Now this happened to me before, and I went, okay, we've done it. We're good, we're out of the way. And I stupidly started looking for some materials around, because I noticed some spots on my radar. We've actually got one just there that looks pretty close. And I was off gathering a couple of materials that were nearby whilst I had my time down on the planet. You know, kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing. Just like this bronze chondrite that we can see up here. And I got attacked by a cobra. Ooh, oof. But you know what? While we're here, why wouldn't we? Scan it, because I love scanning things. What do you have for me, bronze chondrite? I wish the scan would reveal a little bit more information, like what's in it, maybe? Could be a thing. Let's put some pips into weapons so that my weapons will actually recharge, because at the moment they're dead empty. Boom! And it spews materials towards the sky. And what have we got here? Some molybdenum. Molybdenum. That sounds great. Cargo scoop? See if we can pick it up. It's rolling away from us. Come back here, you. There ain't no escape. Get in my cargo hold. Amazing. What else we got? What else we got hiding around here? Got some sulfur. I think we needed sulfur, didn't we? We did. I think we needed sulfur for some weapon construction. I can't remember. And a little bit more sulfur. Alright, excellent. That's beautiful stuff. Yay. Pop the cargo scoop back up. Let's get somewhere that's a little bit more out of the way. because I don't want those douchebags coming after me. This area looks nice and flat and moderately easy to access. So let's stop ourselves here. Pop the handbrake on. Go over here. Recall ship.
Ship recalled.
If I head out here, because I love watching this happen. Oh, I went underneath the world. Where are you, ship? Oh, there he is. There's the body. I still haven't named him. I gotta name the ship.
Handbrake is on.
Oh yeah, always forget about that. Alright, beautiful. We're gonna get ourselves inside of our dude, head over to our next planet, and make some more space bucks. Because the next ship that I'm looking for, kind of expensive, and you know what, I've enjoyed this little eagle so much, and lots of people have said that it's a really good fighter, especially when you outfit it with a lot of better stuff. So I feel like, instead of trading this one in, I'm gonna keep it. Which means I'm going to need a lot more money to be able to buy my ship, because I'm not going to sell this one. But look at this little dude. He's super awesome, I love it. Try and get ourselves a bit of a screenshot, shall we? First planetary landing. It went pretty well. We kicked some skimmer butt. I love it. Super freaking beautiful. Absolutely awesome. Alright, excellent. Now parking this thing can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Oh, it looks like I turned my lights on. Amazing. If I go like this... I keep trying to use the handbrake for handbrake turns, but it doesn't work out so well for me. Now we gotta kinda get ourselves in here. Round about there. Now what we can do is we can look down and select the SRV, and it says dismissed ship. But if we get ourselves in the right position... There we go. Board ship. And we can also transfer our cargo and such things too, which is amazing. Alright, beautiful. Onwards to our next little mission to kill some more skimmers.
Landing gear retracted.
Alright, let's see if we can make a bit of a better approach on this one, shall we? Let's get myself up so those orbital lines are out of the way. I may still want to disable those at some point. Bring my speed down, actually move away, bleed off a bit more speed, there we go. Alright, let's see if I can get a bit of a better lineup on this one. Still kind of in the learning curve of trying to make planetary landings. I'd love to be able to get used to distances and such so we can land pretty much straight on them, would be amazing. But you know what, we'll see what we can do. We've done it. And let's try and get ourselves a little bit closer before we drop. So I'm going to want less than 100 again. I'm going to aim for about the 80 mark. See what I mean about the jumpy rotation? I hope that getting a flight stick will make that a little bit easier for us. Give us a little bit more control. Alright, that looks better. Looks a bit rocky and uneven here. Finding somewhere to park is going to be a bit tricky. Yeah, there we go. We'll be at about 50 kilometer when we drop now. Ish. 50 kilometer, 40. Pretty much on the dot, 40 kilometer entering orbital cruise. Entering glide, even should I say. Glide engaged. Now this one has got 3 stars, so this one will be a little bit more tricky for us, but hopefully we'll have a good amount of luck. Please don't crash, man. Whoa. Oh, there's lots of things there. I wonder, can we have like a fly around? I suppose we do get in trouble for flying around it if we're there too long, really, don't we? So let's just get ourselves a little bit closer. A little bit closer to the ground, a little bit closer to the facility. Now, I think that those are gun turrets, those little square ones there, but I don't know what these larger ones are.
Warning, you have entered a trespass zone.
Yeah, that's definitely a trespass zone. Let's move away so that I avoid any more injunctions, because I already have quite a few of those.
Gear deployed.
It looks okay. Yeah, perfect. Let's just put ourselves down here. Alright, we've done it. Oh, I love the sound of the ship as it powers down. It's amazing. Alright, let's deploy our little scarab dude again, and let's see if we have just as much luck completing this one. Now, I believe the mission is the same, destroy some skimmers, which should be nice for us. Nice and easy. I do like the powering down things in facilities where you get to scan stuff. Oh, low gravity in this time. At first I thought they were like gigantic guns. I was like, oh god, they're going to blow me out the sky before I even get anywhere near them. It's going to be horrible. Let's let's have a little look around here. Now, ideally, I'd like to find 2 skimmers together so that when I fire on one, raise the alarm, I don't end up getting a load more problems. That's a Guardian. That's a Guardian. That's a Guardian. And that's a Guardian. Okay, let's go away from those guys. We definitely don't want to be playing with them. We have no interest in hanging out with the Guardian dudes. I believe they like to fire missiles a lot. I'm pretty sure I've lost a Scarab to them before, so we definitely don't want to be hanging around with them. My other fear is that they may destroy my ship if they get in trouble. If I get in trouble with them and my ship's too nearby, they're going to go, oh, hey, look, here's the douchebag's ship. Let's stop him from escaping the planet by destroying his vessel. And that would be horrible. I'd be really sad about that. Is that a skimmer? That is indeed a sentry skimmer. Let's follow him. Find out where his buddies are. I want 2 skimmers together. I don't want to be getting into a huge amount of fight with all of your defensive systems. It appears that these guys do not get peeved at me. Unless I actually open fire. Wow. That turret looks pretty baller. Yeah, I don't want to be picking a fight with that if I can avoid it. Let's do it tactically. Oh, here we go. This might be it. After following one around for a while, it looks like he's gone and hung out with their friends. Because they do get quite far away from the base. Sentry skimmer. Yeah, here we go. Come on. Come on, start a fight with me, yo. Ah, no. Trying to use the turret's auto aim, and it's not as good as my aim. It's really not. Uh-oh. Hang on a second. Let's do this ourselves. Missiles! No! Oh, ouch! Come on, get him. Alright, we got one. Ouch! Come on, take him out. We got him. Go! Oh no! Don't crash now! No! Come on, dude, get up! Get up, little Scarab, go! All powers to systems and engines. Mostly systems. No missiles! Ooh, drift, fat drift. Go! Alright, more to engines. Oh, we jumped just the right time to avoid that missile, I feel. Oh, God. Don't roll over, don't roll over, don't roll over, don't roll over. Oh, my God, the missiles are real. Oh, no, we're going to die. Oh, God. Oh, God, no. Oh, it's all over for our little Scarab. Oof, those Guardians, man. They do not like... They really do not like Scarabs, but they love their missiles. We lost our Scarab, however, we have indeed completed the challenge. Even though our Scarab was destroyed, we still have it. We have still completed the 2 of them, and we need to return to Veek Plant. Yep, for both of them. Absolutely excellent. We've done it. That's super awesome. We can buy ourselves another Scarab. You know, that's a fair price to pay. We don't have to worry too much about the cost of a Scarab. That's pennies. That's nothing. Alright. That's it. We're going to move. Let's go. Head our way back, cash in our credits. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We've done a little bit of running around on planetary surfaces today and getting our butts kicked by different various things as they try to fire upon us and destroy our little Scarab and our life. Oh, we jumping straight to cruise? We are indeed. Sweet. In the meantime there, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave it here. Ooh, boom. So if you guys have enjoyed it, do me a huge, huge favor, hit the like button for me. Thank you guys for the support on the series so far. I'm really happy I can continue playing it. And again, thank you guys. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys have enjoyed it, hit the like button for me. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button too. Ooh, if you like crashing into the sun and you want to see more, definitely hit the subscribe, my friends. Thanks again, everybody. You all take care. I wish you all the best in all of your endeavors, and I cannot wait to see you all again soon.